I hope you have nightmares about me.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Any Last Words. I'm your host, Joe, and tonight we're going to be talking about horror movies that led to real life murders. Fun times, right? But first, I'm going to be talking about a little bit of rock news because I don't talk about that very often, but I try to. This one, I just thought it was kind of funny and ridiculous, so I really wanted to talk about it. I don't care much for Machine Gun Kelly, but a lot of people do. Hey Fabrizio, hey Miggy Meegs, thanks for joining. Um, but yeah, I guess there's like this big issue between Machine Gun Kelly and Slipknot. And it was so funny I had to keep reading it to make sure that's what the fuck I was reading. But here it goes. So on the 19th, Slipknot and Machine Gun Kelly, who is married to the very, very fucking weird, all of a sudden, Megan Fox. That's another day. But anyway, they were both at a Riot Festival in Chicago, and what had happened was they were both set to play at the same time, but on different stages, and everybody went over to Slipknot's um, stage and started playing, and Machine Gun Kelly got like totally like fucking bent about it, and just started talking shit. What did he say? He says, he starts talking to the audience and he goes, "Hey, you want to know what I'm really happy I'm not doing? Being 50 years old and wearing a mask on a fucking stage talking shit." Like, dude, you're kind of the one talking shit, and have you not seen yourself? Just saying. Um, and then after an awkward pause, then he goes, "What's your guys' favorite candy? Reese's Pieces?" Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what does that mean? I don't get it. He then said, "Turn up the lights. Let's see who chooses to be here instead of with all the old weird dudes with masks." Again, Machine Gun Kelly, have you not fucking seen yourself, dude? You have all that money? Buy a fucking mirror, bro. Just saying. So then, and that was the 19th of September. And then last weekend, there was another festival was it a festival? It was. It was another festival in Kentucky called the Louder Than Life Festival, and it leans more towards heavy metal. So there was a shit ton of Slipknot fans there, where they all warmly greeted him with, middle fingers and fuck yous, which I thought was fucking hilarious. One guy proceeded to crowd surf through the crowd all the way up to the front and pretty much got Machine Gun Kelly's attention. Um, and oh, what did he say? Because I wrote notes just in case I forgot where I was at. Okay, so he got Machine Gun Kelly's attention, and Machine Gun Kelly goes, "I see you, dude. I see you mad as fuck in your weird fucking outfit." I don't know how many times I have to say, "See, look in a fucking mirror." He goes, "I'm here for the same shit you're here for, so it's all good. Clearly, I'm not going anywhere, so just enjoy." He continues with, "You keep fucking with me, homie. Trained Jedi, bitch." What the fuck does that mean? What does that even mean? Like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to the comments real quick because I see this shit's going. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly is a little pussy. He's fucking weird, dude. Like, have you ever seen some of this shit? I mean, to each your own. If you got money and you can spend it on whatever the fuck you want, yay for you. But okay, let's make this clear. Because for all of you guys have been following me for a while, the only person that gets to talk shit about Corey motherfucking Taylor is me. I'm just saying. But you dress and act the way you do, and then you talk shit about Slipknot, like, at least they're consistent in their weird garb. I mean, I don't think it's weird. I think it's fucking cool, but whatever, that's just me. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, local legends, thanks for joining. Um, oh, is that what he said? Really? The lead singer for Trivium said he's a 30-year-old man posing as a 6-year-old punk. Basically, I mean, he jumped from like rap to rock or punk rock or whatever the fuck it is he's trying to do now. I mean, he kind of sucks at everything. He really does. And he's fucking weird. And then you've got fucking weird ass Megan Fox in the fucking mix of this shit. I don't know, like, she talked about smoking some shit, like, not too long ago, and I think it fried her fucking brain, because she thinks that they're this thing called twin flames, where they're both the same spirit, but in different bodies, and it's just like, girlfriend, like, whatever the fuck you smoked, you should not have smoked, or you shouldn't have taken that second fucking hit, girl, because you are fucking burnt. That is all I know. Yeah. He calls himself Machine Gun Kelly and shoots like a water pistol. He does, because he's a rapper, right? Rappers are supposed to be able to like spit mad game. They're supposed to be able to like talk shit like on the fly. But it's like, you suck, dude. Like, I'm not a rapper and I can talk better shit than he can. Like, sorry, I got a hair. Like, when I'm put on the spot to talk shit. Oh my god. Hey Justin. Hey Jesse. Oh my gosh, this keeps jumping around right now. Yeah, do you want to fuck with a Jedi? I read in one article that he actually had like a plastic toy lightsaber, but I never read it in any other article, so I have no fucking clue. No clue at all if that even has any like truth behind it at all. That I wouldn't be surprised though, as much of a little kid as he fucking acts like. I don't know, but I don't think Corey fucking Taylor would have any problem putting the fucking smackdown on this jabroni. I'm just saying. All he has to do is put down his little fucking belt and just like, yeah. But it's funny that it's just, this whole thing is just fucking funny. Like I said, I had to read it several times to make sure that's what I was reading. Yeah. So I just wanted to get into that real quick and just talk about that just because I thought it was funny. And I haven't, I don't really do a whole lot of rock news anymore, especially since I haven't been able to do the music videos from the indie artists because YouTube always flags my shit. Which I don't think that's really fair because I get full consent from the bands to do this. Otherwise I wouldn't have the videos to do it or all their links. But yeah, that's it. So what do you guys, well, I mean, you guys are already telling me what the fuck you think about this little fucking asshole. He's fucking weird. I was never into the whole Machine Gun Kelly thing. I don't get his name. It's just, I don't fucking know. I really, really, really don't know. Am I sure he isn't from Louisiana? I don't know. I have no fucking clue where this dude's from. He's just fucking weird. You're just a Star Wars fan. I don't know him, and he's got Megan Fox, but he seems like a dude out of his element. He does. He seems out of his league. He seems out of his element. He seems out of his fucking mind. Yeah, yeah. I don't think Corey Taylor's gonna have a problem knocking his ass down a peg. But then again, he doesn't have to because he has like all these fucking awesome fans that are gonna do it for him. Oh yeah, like what? By the way, when he said like train fucking Jedi, bitch, I guess like they were down in like the main pit area where you do like photo ops or whatever, and I guess like a little bit of a tussle happened, and he got like one swing over a dude. Who knows if any like connection happened? I doubt it. But I think the guy who was down there, I think if the guy had the chance, he'd probably like fucking cream his ass. That's all I know. But just silly fucking drama. It's just fucking weird. Just fucking weird. So yeah, let's get into some of this horror shit because I know that's what you guys are waiting for. Yeah, like I said, I just thought it was hilarious. I just wanted to bring it up. Anyway, so tonight we're going to be talking about horror films that led to real life murders. And this topic was actually forwarded to Mr. Richard Nettleton by Jay Gavitt of the Corpse Paint Show, which is a really awesome show. I know it hasn't been on in a while, but you guys can always go back and watch past episodes. Jay's an awesome guy. He puts on an amazing show. So you guys go check that out. I didn't remember to put the link in the description, but it's not hard to look up the Corpse Paint Show. Horns up, brother. So yeah, so thank you to both of you guys for sending me this topic because I thought it was a really, really, really fun topic to have to cover. So yeah, let's get into this. The first one is actually going to be covering Saw 6. Let's see, let me scroll down on my notes. It says in 2013, UK resident Matthew Tinling murdered his neighbor Richard Hamilton by stabbing him 17 times. Stabbed him in the legs, the head, and the neck. The latter of Hamilton's body underwent the most extensive carnage, as Tinling, inspired by the scene in Saw 6, attempted to slice through the man's spinal cord. I don't remember that part of the movie, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch. But that's pretty crazy. Like, I don't get. I mean, I know there's some twisted fucking people out there, but I don't know what would influence you to reenact something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, he sounds like a really nice guy. He really does. Um, let's see. The next one involves the Rob Zombie version of Halloween. Let's see. It says Jake Evans, then 17-year-old, killed his mother and teenage sister on October 3rd of 2012 in Aledo, Texas. I apologize if I said the name wrong. Aledo, Texas. In his confession, Evans wrote that Rob Zombie's 2007 remake of Halloween gave him inspiration for his own killing. He states, "While watching it, I was amazed at how at ease the boy, 12-year-old Michael, was during the murders and how little remorse he had for afterwards. I was thinking to myself, it would be the same for me when I kill someone." I don't think he was inspired at that point. I think he just already had some premeditated shit and was just like kind of latched onto that character and was just like, I want to be like you. It's like being a singer and then all of a sudden you discover Madonna and then you're just like, I want to be just like Madonna. Like, yeah, I think he had some shit that was already there. I didn't want to be that guy's neighbor. That's all I know. See, this next one is from one of my favorite vampires movies, Queen of the Damned. It says, in 2004, Alana Menzies of West Lothian, I can't fucking read for shit because these are all foreign names, of West Lothian, Scotland. You guys are going to fucking kill me with this shit. Developed an obsession with the box office failure, Queen of the Damned. It may have been a box office failure, but it was a success in my heart. And I know a lot of other people's too. So, on you. Anyway, a sequel to Interview with the Vampire. He reportedly watched the film more than 100 times in a few short months. Not gonna lie, I did too, because I fucking love Aaliyah. Just saying, girl. In particular, he believed that one of the film's characters, Akasha, played by the late Aaliyah, was real and was communicating with him. That sounds like some schizophrenic shit. I'm just saying. Not diagnosing anybody, just speculating. When his friend Thomas McKendrick confronted him about his obsession, because that's a lot of times we watching a movie, Menzies claimed Akasha ordered him to kill McKendrick in her honor, which he did. McKenzie later killed himself in jail. That's fucking nuts. That's fucking nuts. Let's see. I'd also love your thoughts on the new Netflix show, Midnight Mass. You know what? I did see the freaking little trailer thing for that the other day, and it is on my save list because I want to know what that's about. I haven't had time because we're binge watching some other show right now. I just got Dick Richardson into American Horror Story, so now we're having to watch all of that again. We're on the 3rd season. So, yeah. But we're binging it, so it'll go by quick, I promise. But yeah, that's the next show after we get done with this shit is Midnight Mass, I promise. You agree with Ron that you love Midnight Mass. Let's see. Fabrizio says, I'm not a horror movie. The second Batman movie. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Huh. Very interesting. You learn something new every day on interwebs. You really do. This next one is inspired by American Psycho, which I've not heard of a lot of these. I didn't even read through the whole list. I'm like kind of pretty much paraphrasing from the site right now. But anyway, in 2004, a 14-year-old Michael Hernandez stabbed his friend Jamie Go. Gough. I'm horrible. Jamie Go more than 40 times in her Miami middle school bathroom. Holy shit. Among several other sources of inspiration, Hernandez was reportedly interested in American Psycho, the film based on Bret Easton Ellis's novel of the same name. Hernandez spent the evening prior to murdering Go reading reviews of the movie, computer records show. What would you need to read the reviews for if you were already set on it? Like, you wanted to make sure that this kill was going to be approved by the masses? Like, and that's fucking crazy. It's like, can I go to the bathroom? And then, ugh, that's horrible. People are fucking weird. That is just weird. Ah. Oh no, really, Justin? You worked at the mall that the Batman shooting happened. Oh, in the movie theater? With that guy that, oh god, what the hell is his name? With the red hair and he had like the crazy, his name was John, wasn't it? John something or other? Oh wow. I hope you weren't there when it happened. That's freaking nuts, man. Um, if he had been 1% less on Rotten Tomatoes, she'd still be alive. Oh my god, Ron, you're horrible, but I love it. John Holmes or something other Holmes. Because when I hear John Holmes, I think of a 70s porn star or 80s porn star, 70s porn star. I don't know. Anyway, moving on very quickly. Oh, you were at the mall, not the theater. Okay, I got you. Jeez Louise, man, that must have been freaking terrifying. Okay, let's go to the next one real quick. Belgian killer takes cues from Scream. I think I might have heard of this one. I know there was a California murder that Scream was based off of. And I know that Scream was partially based off of somewhere else, but I've never heard of someone else taking from the movie to commit the murder. So let's see what this one says. Jesus, this one's spelled funky as fuck. So I apologize again. In 2001, it sounds like it's going to be Terry Jeriden. Terry, Thierry. Terry. I'm going to say Terry. Terry Jeriden, a 24-year-old truck driver living in Belgium, stabbed 15-year-old Alison Cambier more than 30 times while wearing the iconic Ghostface killer costume from the Scream films. Jeriden was inspired by the movies, and his crime was premeditated, with Chambers serving as his chosen victim. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I've always had a suspicion about truck drivers. No offense if you are one. Doesn't necessarily mean that I think you in particular are weird. But I've known a lot of truck drivers who have done some very iffy shit. Just saying. And I listen to a lot of true crime. And there's a lot of true crime on fucking truck drivers that do a lot of iffy shit. I'm just saying. I'm very iffy on truck drivers. And I worked at a bar. It was a truck stop bar. That was the first bar I ever worked in when I was 21 or 22. God, that was so long ago. Oh, I'm old. Anyway, and some of them were pretty cool. Some of them were very iffy and shifty. I'm just saying. But I love you all. Anyway, let's see. Oh, the comments. Why hate on Mr. Cage? Are we going there? We're not going there right now. Mr. Cage is. I can't stand him. Yeah, no, I can't stand Nick Cage, so we're just gonna move on. Ooh, Rampage Killer loves child play too. Let's see what that says. Okay, though it's clear several mental illnesses played a significant role in Martin Bryant's 1996 Rampage, which claimed the lives of 35 in Port Arthur, Australia. Ooh, what? Many look to Bryant's obsession with the film Child's Play 2, which features the iconic killer doll come to life, Chucky, as the partial cause of his total collapse. According to a former girlfriend, Bryant used to excitedly quote from the film and was enamored with the story of the doll that has to kill in order to become a real boy. Okay, you don't have to kill people to be a real boy. We know you're there. You take out the trash, go to work every day, put the toilet seat up when you pee, you know. Those are things that men do. You can do that too. That would be nice. Okay, oh no. Wait, what? What is this? I don't agree with your argument at all. I've watched Scarface and The Godfather never made me want to start selling drugs or launder money. Same with horror movies. Oh, okay. I'm not saying that anybody who watches horror movies kills people. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know if this is an in community conversation or if it was something I said. I don't know. I just said something about truck drivers last. That's all I remember. My ADHD will make my brain split from the last couple of things that I've said. So yeah, please let me know. It's kind of in your title. Oh no, because I'm not saying that people who watch horror movies killed. It's just these true crime stories in particular, these people took from horror movies as their inspiration. These people in particular. I'm not saying everybody. This is what this article is. This is what I'm reading from, and this is what these cases are about. That would be like me saying that everybody who plays Grand Theft Auto wants to go run over prostitutes and sex workers and, smack up women and stuff. That's not true at all. I don't agree with that. Like I said, these cases in particular, these people were obsessed with horror movies or a particular one and used some kind of base from it to use as an excuse or whatever to do what they did. So, yeah, I don't agree with that at all. No, it's totally cool. It happens, man. It's the interwebs. um, um, let's see. Ooh, what's up, Fabrizio? Terry Giordani put on the Ghostface costume and stabbed his girlfriend 30 times the same way as seen in the first scene of the film. The incident occurred after she rejected his marriage proposal and admitted that he had planned to murder her so that it happened just like in the movie. Ooh, thank you for that additive to that. That's interesting. And that's still really sad. Like, can't handle rejection. I mean, you could still go out. It doesn't mean that she won't say yes later. She might change her mind later. Like, that's harsh. That's harsh. You watched Nightmare on Elm Street and became a dream dealer. You haunt my dreams, Ron. Speaking of, this next one is a spree killer wanted to be just like Freddy Krueger. So what does this one say? It says Daniel Gonzalez went on a 3-day killing spree in September of 2004. We had a lot of shit going on in the early 2000s, didn't we, guys? Taking the lives of 4 people by brutally stabbing them to death. He was reported to have been inspired by a Nightmare on Elm Street villain, Freddy Krueger. How? He was a dream demon. I don't get that. I don't get that. But okay, I mean, whatever he needs to do to justify what the fuck he did, I mean, that's great. No one's gonna believe him anyway, and he's gonna go be somebody's pet in jail. I'm just saying. Yeah, exactly, Ron. Exactly. Should have worn my fuck you, Ron Purdy shirt today. I haven't worn that in a while. Oh no, it says boy dies watching horror double feature. And this one looks like an old one too. Oh, it is an old one. In October 1956, wow, 9-year-old Stuart Cohan collapsed of heart failure during a double feature screening of The Creeping Unknown and The Black Sheep in Chicago, Illinois. It was revealed that in his autopsy that Cohan had an undersized heart, which was known to the boy's parents at the time of his passing. Oh, never heard of an undersized heart. I've always heard of like an enlarged heart. Still pretty sad. Despite this condition, the coroner determined that it was a fairly intense moment in one of the films that caused Cohan's heart to overtax itself and ultimately stop beating. Oh, that's so sad. He just wanted to go watch a scary movie. That's sad. Let's go back to murder because that wasn't what the title said this was about. So let's move on. Let's see. 7 children die when movie stops playing. That kind of sounds like, what is that? The Ring? What is that movie? Yeah, The Ring. Watch this video. In 3 days you die, or 5 days you die, or some shit. Okay. In Cairns, a city in Malay, 7 children perished in a stampede during a screaming of a 2-headed man in November 1997. The chaos began when the projector abruptly stopped working, throwing the audience into a sudden pitch darkness, causing one child to scream in fright. Panic ensued and the child fled theater, causing affirmation kids. I don't know, it's a big ass jumble word. I'm not super smart. Anyway, it caused a bunch of kids to be trampled to death, with another 9 children incurring injuries during the incident. Ooh, that would be scary as fuck. And I can honestly see like a theater trying to like pull some shit like that off. Like, hey, in the middle of this movie at this part, let's cut all the fucking lights and scare the fuck out of everybody. And then people are just trampled and shit. And they're like, ooh, we didn't mean for that to happen. Yikes. Ugh. But still, really sad situation, especially seeing that it's kids, but I can actually see that happening like on purpose. Accidentally on purpose? Maybe. Oh, let's see. Yes, let's go back to murder. Let's see. Hey, Teach! 1956 scary movies weren't all that scary compared to today. No, they're not. But maybe at the time at the time they had to have been that scary because like movies were out for a while. TV was kind of becoming a newer and newer, more common thing. But I don't know. Maybe it was just that scary for the time. Oh my gosh, Fabrizio. What is most scary is that the treasury or the bank will look for you for your tax. That is scary. That is true, and that is scary. You're trying to hide that tax money. Some William Castle shit. Let's see. Hey, David, thanks for joining. You read that Wes Craven got his inspiration for A Nightmare on Elm Street after reading articles of people mysteriously dying in the street. Yeah, I heard that, and I heard that there was a story about one boy that was having very, very, very intense nightmares, and like night terrors, if you will. And I guess he died like in his sleep, or he died one night, and his dad came into his room and found him, and they found a coffee pot. I'm kind of like paraphrasing what happened because I can't exactly remember what happened in the story. But anyway, I guess they found a coffee pot in his closet because he was trying to avoid going to sleep. But yeah, I'd read about that also being part of the inspiration for Nightmare on Elm Street. You think that in Mexico there are no movies that have been inspired murders? Where you're from in Nuevo Leon, we have one who inspired Hannibal Lecter. Ooh. Crazy. Some fava beans. Okay, let's get on to the next one. Student shocked to death by movie marathon. Let's see what this one is. In December 2010, which, wow, that wasn't really that long ago, M. Prabhakar, a student living in Amari Vaxlavia village in the outskirts. Jesus, why are all these names and places just so hard for my tiny brain? Outskirts of Visakhapatnam, India, was attending a screening of 4 horror films in the Commons area of his school. One of the movies was James Cameron's Aliens. While it isn't clear which film frightened Prabhakar, reports do indicate that at some point he left to go to the bathroom, but came back into the common room screaming and then collapsed. Ooh. No one witnessed Prabhakar's re-entrance. However, it wasn't until the movie marathon was over that his body was discovered. No cause of death was immediately apparent. Ooh. Is there more? No, there's no more. That's it. Oh, I guess shocked by he was scared to death. I thought like he got electrocuted somehow, but whatever. Jeez, that's crazy. I wonder if they ever found out what happened to him. Maybe he had a heart. Maybe he had a tiny heart too. Let's see. Oh, come on. Stop loading. Freaks induces miscarriage. I can see that. Very much. Hey, it's Lancer Dancer! I love you, brother. You rule, Lancer Dancer. He ran into a xenomorph. You know what? Yeah, that would stop my heart too if I ran into a fucking xenomorph. Like, and then eats you. Okay, so freak induces miscarriage. I can see that because if there's something like, super stressful to you, it can cause a miscarriage, unfortunately. Oh, and for the time, and this one's an old one too, so I can kind of see that. Maybe it was scary for the time. 1932, Todd Browning directed Freaks has become a cult classic in the decades since its release, but at the time it hit theaters, the film was considered grotesque and appalling. So much so that a woman claimed that the uncomfortable experience of watching a test screening of Freaks caused her to miscarry. Aw. MGM Studio, behind the picture, drastically cut the film following this incident, and it fell into obscurity for many years. Ooh. Now we can handle that shit. Like, it's like, whatever. Bring it on. Bring it on. Thank you, Lancer Dancer. Yeah, so at the time, that shit was really, really scary. Yeah, 1932 also. Wow. That is a long, that's almost 100 years ago. Holy shit. We've come a long way in almost 100 years, guys. Let's see. David says some of these horror movies are very similar to old horror movies like the 1997 film I Know What You Did Last Summer, where a group of teens accidentally commit a murder and are later stalked by a vengeful killer. The plot seems to be inspired by the 1980s classic Prom Night. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, also, wasn't I Know What You Did Last Summer a book also? I think I read that just recently because they're supposed to be coming out with Amazon is coming out with an 8-episode modern series of I Know What You Did Last Summer, where instead of the hook hand, he's going to be using like a butcher knife, and instead of like the handwritten notes of I still know what you did, or I know what you did, it's going to be text messages. But you can trace a text message. You can't trace a handwritten fucking note unless it's got fingerprints on it. I'm just saying, I see plot holes all over the fucking place. Anyway, I digress. Let's see. Let's see. A Laredo, Texas man passes while watching a Mexican B-rated movie. A blog post of Bitter Cinema claims an elderly Laredo, Texas man suffered heart failure during the screening of El Charro de las Calaveras at the Royal Theater. I apologize if I said that wrong. I'm Portuguese, not Mexican, sorry. The story goes the man only entered the theater to escape the brutal heat. I think we've all done that at some point. Let's just go to the movies because it's too fucking hot to be at home today or be out in, out in the openness. Let's go to the theater where it's got air conditioning. Anyway, he entered the theater to escape the brutal heat, but the combination of his age, his smoking habit, and which was reported to have been indulged during the film, and the fact that he'd never seen a horror movie before, induced such terror within the man that his heart stopped. Holy shit, that was a lot going against him just to try to get out of the fucking heat. No date is given for this incident. It would presumably have been around the time of the film's release in 1965, and no other articles corroborate Bitter Cinema's tales, so you'll have to take the story with a grain of salt. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's it. That's all the stories that I have from this article. I didn't read every single one of them. And like I said, I was paraphrasing from the article. But yeah, very interesting stuff. Maybe there'll be one or two of them that I can go a little dig a little deeper in and get the full story, because I know I did the Jennifer's Body one. I did like maybe a month ago, but it wasn't an inspiration from the film. It was actually, the film was inspired by this true crime case, which was a really messed up, horrific, gross, disgusting, sad case. And actually, it was here in Arroyo Grande. Well, I don't live in Arroyo Grande, but Arroyo Grande is not really that far from where I live. But it is here in California where it happened. It happened in like the early mid-90s, I want to say. 3 boys basically thought they wanted to be fucking, Slayer, and the only way they were going to do it is if they sold their soul to the devil. So they picked a classmate. She had to be innocent and sweet. The girl that they picked, Alyssa Palmer, I think that was her name, Alyssa Palmer. They picked her. They tried to do it once. They couldn't go through with it. They did it again. They tried to go through with it again. They did it. They abused her body in a sexual way several times after she was dead. ew. And then 2 of the 3 boys ended up started plotting against the third to murder him because the third was starting to have second thoughts and have a lot of remorse for what had happened. So the third one went and like snitched real quick to the cops, and they all got picked up and went to jail. And come to find out, one of the 2 that was conspiring, the real reason why they picked her wasn't really because the other ones thought they were just going to sell their soul to Satan and they were just going to be cool like fucking Slayer and Anthrax and shit. But one of them, it was just he had like a really deep, severe infatuation with Alyssa. And basically it was like, if I can't have you, no one else will kind of deal. And if it led to that, it led to that, and it did. And I think it took them like 28 days after the fact until they were able to like find her body and stuff. Really horrific case. But anyway, that case is what the film with Megan Fox. Oh my God, yeah, with Megan Fox. Weird ass fucking Megan Fox. And that film, Jennifer's Body, is actually based off of that true crime case. So it's kind of a little bit of a flip. But I wouldn't mind getting into some of these where it's the killing is based off of the film. And maybe do that on another episode. I don't know. Maybe I'll fit it in somewhere in October. I got some stuff coming up for October. Got some fun little segments for you. Got some interviews and whatnots. And it's going to be a fun time because it's going to be, it's Halloween month. So the whole month is Halloween. Let's see. Reason says, I think the era of remakes is returning, but now as a series and with some changes. Yes, it is. It's very much the big boom of remakes, reboots, reimaginings, anything you can think of, that's what's happening. I know on Friday nights I try to cover a little bit of recent stuff that's going on while I'm cooking, so I have something more to talk about. And the past couple of weeks I've been bringing up things like the I Know What You Did Last Summer. They're doing the Child's Play finally on the Sci-Fi Channel. I think this past Friday I spoke about how they're doing Salem's Lot, which Salem's Lot was a TV movie, but now they're making it a feature film. So it's just a lot of stuff we were familiar with growing up with is coming back. But basically for our kids and the generation underneath this. Maybe because it did so well and they know it'll sell to us, and it's a good shot of selling to us and to selling to our kids, basically. So I don't know. That's just my speculation. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for this evening. And I'm gonna get up out of here because I gotta go to work early in the morning. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. I really, really appreciate it. If you guys like this video, make sure you slash that subscribe button and poke that like button or a heart or a ooh face or whatever. I see it on the screen up here. You guys did different emojis tonight and I love it. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to my Instagram, my YouTube, my Facebook, my Twitch, wherever you guys aren't streaming from. Make sure you guys go follow over there. There will not be a creepy kitchen this week unless I get a backup video put out because I have a wedding I have to go do photography at, and Monday I have a film roll on Monday down in LA, so I don't know if I'll be back in time, but I am going to be getting some interviews while I'm down there, and I'm going to try to go live while I'm there just so I can pop in and at least say hi to you guys. So I don't think I'm going to have anything on cue ready for Monday, but yeah. So that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I love y'all. You guys have a good evening, and I hope you have nightmares about me.